Welcome to the City of Innovation, brought to you by Exceller, a ServiceNow Premier Partner. In this video, we'll see the features of ServiceNow Project Portfolio Management and how automated workflow delivers efficiencies to the project lifecycle. It all starts with an innovative employee suggestion submitted through the Idea portal, which upon acceptance becomes a demand. In the demand record, key information like resources, costs, and other business case details are collected. Upon approval of the demand, a project is created and can integrate with other project tools like Azure DevOps. Using reports and dashboards, the project team and stakeholders have the data they need to stay informed, on track, and plan for the future. Let's get started. Hi, as an employee, I have an idea to improve my organization. I navigate to the ServiceNow Idea portal to submit it for consideration. First, I click on Create an Idea. Now I'll fill in the title. And here I see a related list of ideas. That's cool. In the category drop-down, we have these options. This one fits. Now I'll type in a brief description. And click Create. Notice the three dots in the upper right-hand corner. This allows me to edit or delete the idea. Let's look at all of the ideas in play right now. If I scroll through, I can read and vote up or down on the ideas that I like. I hope people like mine. I will wait and see what happens. When an idea is submitted, an idea manager will review it and decide whether to move it forward as a demand. If it is accepted, they will create a task and it will flow into the demand queue for further information gathering. It is common to have idea and demand manager roles assigned to the same user. As a user with idea and demand manager roles, we can see and assess new ideas that appear in the Idea portal. If it looks like an idea to explore further, which this one does, we will accept it, which will move it forward in the process and create a demand. Alternatively, we could defer the idea, which means we won't pursue it at this time. When we log into ServiceNow, navigate to My Demands to review the list of records. Here we see the demand that was just created. Let's take a look at a demand already reviewed and updated with key information. Note that the fields in the form are fully configurable to meet your needs. In this demand record, we click on the Details tab to see which portfolio the demand belongs to, the associated program, the selected investment class, and the investment type. In the Business Case tab, compelling information is populated to provide details that will be helpful for demand managers and stakeholders in determining if the demand should be formalized into a project. Financial information is captured in the Financials tab. Here we find placeholders for capital expense, operating expense, and financial benefit. Of course, work needs to be done to determine these estimates. Once entered, the application will calculate total planned costs, financial return, and ROI. In the lower pane displaying the related lists, we will select the Resource Plan tab and Create New to identify anticipated resource requirements. The variables available are pre-configured during implementation. First, we'll select the resource type will equal group. The group will be subject matter experts. The request type will be person days, and we'll fill out the value. Now we'll give it a name, and then fill out the expected start and end dates. Allocation type and allocation spread is used to logically map the hours across the plan. Once done, we'll click Request. We see the requested allocations and plan costs are automatically added. These are based on the role rate set. Rates are pre-configured during implementation and can be updated by the Resource Manager role. After creating the resource and cost plans, we'll go back to the demand form. We now see the allocations and plan costs were automatically added. We can see on the Financials tab that the total expenses, costs, and financial return have also been adjusted accordingly. We'll do a final review and then submit the demand. Once in the submitted stage, we can move the demand to the screening step by clicking on Screen, which initiates the assessments. In the lower pane, we can view the stakeholders who will receive the assessment. Stakeholders are typically assigned based on portfolio. The system can be configured to notify for assessments via email. Here is an example. There is a link to the assessment, which will open it in the platform. They could also navigate to My Assessments in ServiceNow by selecting Self-Service in the Application Navigator. Before answering the assessment, we can click here to open the demand record and review business case information. After a quick review, we're ready to proceed, and we'll enter values for each question and then click Submit. Note that the questions and value ranges are fully configurable. Back as the demand manager, we see the demand has moved from the screening stage to the qualified stage following completion of the assessments. We can decide to either approve or defer the demand, similar to ideas. Let's approve this demand, and under Related Links, select Create Project, which will in turn close the demand record. As a project manager, we've been alerted to a newly created project and see it as in Initiating state. The demand details have carried over into the project record, including the resource plans and cost plans. Now we'll create the project plan. It is most efficient to leverage pre-configured project templates, like this, to drive standardization. It can be modified and tailored to the unique project, and the template saves time up front and ensures key phases and tasks are consistently incorporated. Next, we'll open Project Workbench under Related Links to view and modify the project plan. Here is our plan, built with the template selected. In the Planning tab, we can see the phases and milestones. Clicking on the phase will display the tasks and stories in the Lists or Visual Task Board view below the timeline. Here we can also add, modify, or delete the tasks and stories. This project is connected to Azure DevOps through the out-of-the-box integration with ServiceNow Agile. As updates are made to either ServiceNow or DevOps, the bidirectional integration will ensure the stories stay in sync. Back in the Project Workbench, in the Details tab, we'll want to make sure the resource plans have been allocated. Clicking on the Resource Plan tab, we see the plans are still in the Requested state. We'll open the Capacity Planning Workbench to allocate the resources. Here, we see a forecasted overview and percent utilization. We'll click Confirm and Allocate in the upper right-hand corner, then click OK. Now, we see the resource plans have moved to the Allocated state. As the project progresses, the project manager updates status fields which feed fully configurable status reports and dashboards. Additionally, the phases at the top will progress from initiating to closing based on triggers configured during implementation. Now we'll take a look at an example of the reporting and dashboard capabilities to help keep projects on track and communicate key information to stakeholders. Once logged into ServiceNow, type Dashboards into the Application Navigator. In the Dashboards window, you can select several views: Recents, those you own, those shared with you, or all. Let's look at all dashboards. The application provides several global reports, both lists and charts, out of the box that show real-time status of projects at a glance. Users can easily create custom reports and dashboards to share with certain groups and stakeholders. Let's take a look at the Project Portfolio Overview dashboard. The Investment Summary tab provides a high-level view of costs and benefits broken out by project. I can use the drop-down fields to refine my desired view. The Pipeline tab provides a complete end-to-end view of what is in the pipeline, from active ideas, to active demands, to active projects. I can refine the view here too using the Breakdowns and Records tabs. The Project Health tab gives a fast view into the issues and risks with visual cues to areas that need attention. Here we can just click on the widget to quickly see the late projects, and from here we can easily drill into the project details. And finally, the Resources tab provides insights into people capacity and availability across the departments. This is a truly valuable tool for resource planning. ServiceNow reports and dashboards have all of the features to keep my projects on track and stakeholders informed. In this video, we saw how the native and fully configurable features of ServiceNow Project Portfolio Management support the project lifecycle, integrate seamlessly with other tool sets, and promote continuous improvement of products, services, and processes through idea, demand, and project management modules, while keeping projects on track and stakeholders informed with reports and dashboard capabilities. Look for more City of Innovation videos showcasing all that ServiceNow has to offer. Brought to you by Exceller, a ServiceNow Premier Partner.